Elon Musk took the world by storm in 2020. He not only became the richest man in the world, and the second in history to ever cross the 2 billion mark, but also the most famous person in the world. The coronavirus pandemic has been an economic disaster for most Americans, but not for Elon Musk. Due to a surge in the Tesla stocks, Elon made $8 billion in a single day, and surpassed Jeff Bezos as the richest man in the world. Bezos won back the throne, but how long is he going to keep it now that his CEO days are limited? According to Forbes, Elon's net worth is exactly $200 billion. Imagine the possibility of life with that much money. So, what does Musk do with so much money, and where does he spend it? We know that he doesn't spend it as we normal folk do. Our $1 is his 90,000. From hundreds of millions invested in cars to owning some of the most fascinating things, let's take a look at how Mr. Musk spends his billions. To get a glimpse of how rich Elon is, we first have to go back in time and see how he started, and went from a bald guy in his mother's garage to a handsome dude $200 billion. Decades before becoming a father and amassing billions in fortune, Musk taught himself to code as a child growing up in South Africa. By the time he was 12, he sold the source code for his first video game for $500. Just before his 18th birthday, Musk moved to Canada and worked a series of hard labor jobs, including shoveling grain, cutting logs, and eventually cleaning out the boiler room in a lumber mill for $18 an hour. An impressive wage in 1989. After he arrived for his freshman year at Queen's University in 1990, Musk quickly picked up a side hustle selling computer parts and full PCs to other students. Musk said that he could build something to suit their needs, like a tricked-out gaming machine or a simple word processor that cost less than what they could get in a store. For him, the business was booming, but still, he was covering all his tuition fees. He went to Stanford for a PhD in physics, but left a few days later to start a startup with his brother from his father's money, called the Zip2, which later sold for $307 million, earning Elon $22 million. After that, we all know his history, making new companies and selling them for millions of dollars, and finally starting Tesla and SpaceX. Boring. So, where does all of his wealth go? Well, being the man behind Tesla, we know that Elon Musk is obsessed with cars. So, let's talk about his car collection first. It's no surprise Musk has an affinity for authentic cars. Back in 2013, he paid $920,000 at an auction for a Lotus Esprit submarine car used in a James Bond movie. But he cannot drive that now, can he? If you think he just drives boring electric Teslas on the road, then you have it completely wrong. The first car that he ever bought was an old BMW 1978 320i that he got for $1,400. Musk said in a Forbes video that he bought it in 1994 and fixed it up himself. He had it for 2 years when one of the wheels fell off, an unfortunate incident that happened when one of his interns from his first company, Zip2, was driving it. After Musk sold PayPal, he bought a McLaren F1. This was one of his favorite cars, and he used it as a daily driver and drove more than 11,000 miles on it. Imagine being able to drive $1 million car for everyday use. Only Elon Musk, right? But he met an unfortunate incident and totally wrecked the car. His next was an Audi Q7, which he actually hated. That car inspired him to include falcon wing doors on the Tesla Model S. Musk said he wanted to make a car where the door could open in tight spaces and allow you to access the third row without putting the second row seats down. Accessing that third row easily is a problem Musk said he has had with his Audi Q7, which Forbes saw he owning during a 2012 walkthrough Musk's home. All the cars in his collection include a Porsche 911, which he bought in 2011 and still has, and a Ford Model T. This is one important car. The first attempt at a mass-produced car for the general public, Henry Ford's Model T was released in October 1908, and is considered the most influential car of the 20th century. This description probably explains why a friend of Musk's gifted him a Model T, so the most influential car maker of the 21st century had something to compare his Tesla creation to. Upon its release, the Model T cost just $850, and for that money, you could buy half a Tesla Model S carbon fiber spoiler. As well as a love for cars, Musk felt the need for speed, so he opted for something with a little more speed. Yes, we're talking about the Russian jet on its own. The plane in question is an Aero L-39 Albatross designed in the 1960s by Aero Votchady and introduced in the Czech military at the start of the 70s. Other than a fighter jet, whose price is not known but estimated to be around $40 million, Elon Musk actually owns two Gulfstream G650 ERs. Because hey, what if one runs out of fuel, right? A single Gulfstream cost Elon around $75 million, so that is $150 million spent on private jets. Not too bad, Elon. Not too bad. ER stands for Extended Range, meaning a non-stop reach of the industry's highest performance long-range business aircraft of 7,500 nautical miles. According to the Washington Post, Musk put nearly 150,000 miles on the plane in 2018 alone, including pet projects and vacation, in addition to running the two companies. That is enough carbon footprint as hundreds of Teslas on the road. Billionaires really are funny people, right? You can move around his million-dollar cars and jets all day long, but in the end, Elon has to come back home. But not just any home. Elon is different compared to many other billionaires in the world. He's not just busy running multiple companies, Musk is pretty active in the real estate market too. The Tesla CEO started off by renting the colonial-style house in 2010 and lived with his 5 sons. He later purchased a mansion for $17 million, although it's now estimated to be worth $22.3. The house has 20,248 square feet of space divided into different wings, with a total of 7 bedrooms. It also has a 2-story library, and the backyard has a pool, a tennis court, and a view of the exclusive Bel Air Country Club. The house also has a gym and a wine cellar. Musk bought 2 other houses on the same street, including one for $6.78 million in October 2013. But in 2020, he came up with a very unusual idea. Elon tweeted that he will own no home. Many people thought that he was joking, but true to his word, Elon Musk is well on his way to not owning a house. The tech billionaire ended 2020 on a selling spree, unloading 4 of his homes for a combined $62 million. Yes, those houses we just talked about, well, they're all gone now, they're all sold. It is said that Elon still owns some apartments in New York, and based on WealthX's estimates and Musk's assets, he still owns at least 4 more properties in the Los Angeles area that are worth nearly $40 million combined. So we're yet to see if he really is going to sell everything and own no house. Maybe he's thinking of sleeping in his Tesla. Well, you must have seen from this video, Elon is a really big spender, like other billionaires. He doesn't like owning huge homes, even though he lives in one, and doesn't like taking luxury vacations. It is said that he has taken just one 2-week-long vacation in the last 12 years. Elon Musk does give to charity often too. In 2012, Musk joined the likes of Warren Buffett and Bill Gates in signing the Giving Pledge, promising to contribute a majority of his wealth to charitable causes over his lifetime. In 2015, Musk gave $10 million to the Future of Life Institute, which is aimed at ensuring that artificial intelligence technology is beneficial to humanity. And in 2016, he reportedly donated Tesla stock valued at $255 million to his own charitable foundation called the Musk Foundation. The foundation donated millions to more than 160 charities around the globe over 2 decades. In 2018, Bloomberg reported that Musk had made over $6 million in anonymous donations to the environmental group, the Sierra Club. Like all rich people, Musk also invests pretty often. In the past, Musk typically only invested money in his own companies. In 2018, Musk himself contributed roughly 90% of the $112.5 million raised that year by his company. Now, his thinking has changed. He now likes to gamble a little with his money. He puts investments in startups to help them grow, and in recent years, he's invested undisclosed amounts as a financial backer for tech companies like the artificial intelligence startup DeepMind and the neurotechnological startup NeuroVigil. In 2015, Musk and other entrepreneurs also contributed to a $1 billion pledge to fund the artificial intelligence research lab OpenAI. Elon puts most of his money in the research and development of his companies, like SpaceX and The Boring Company. He's invested $57 million in a rocket, Falcon 15, that's going to take humans to Mars, and in the coming century, hopefully. Other than that though, he also likes jewelry. A famous celebrity jeweler, Ben Ballard, created the ring only for Elon Musk and gave it to him as a gift, which is worth an estimated $37,000. Elon Musk isn't like any other billionaire in the world. He doesn't like to flaunt his money too much, and he keeps it cool. He makes sure that he gets his priorities in research and development. That guy is a hero to every teenager out there, and rightly so. Well, there you have it, folks. What would you do if you were worth $200 billion? Well, let us know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content daily.